Yep. You know what? Since we're talking about the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, we might well just go ahead and jump into this first topic of conversation. So
Hey,
I don't see the
that's pretty
first.
good right there. He shut down. 5, 9.5, 2, 10. 5, 9, 2, 10. 4, 4, 1. Okay. 9 and 3 inch head. 8.5 inch dick. Pause. Pause. Pause.
Hey, B, I like that video you put together, man. That's funny. But he says 8.5 inch. What does that have to do with with when you are looking at these players and
He was waiting for the picture of the 8.5 to come up. Look at her.
I wanted to.
go ahead, EQ.
Jerry down with the he rainbow. Because is he measuring these things? Because how you know somebody hair is 9.25 inch long or whatever he said?
The
And
plantation master knows all the specs on
yeah,
all the
you
slaves.
that's too precise. Y'all, that's scary. That's too precise. So that means to tell me that there's something going on in these locker rooms or behind the scenes that we
Listen, Colin Kaepernick had told you. Colin Kaepernick told everybody when he got in that situation with NFL. He said they are $1 million slaves, and this is what they do when they are evaluating or when they are trying to, look at a particular player they're interested in. You remember like they used to do in the slaves when they go on the auction block, where some, the old movies where they'll go, somebody will step up to the slave, grab them by the face, put their hand in their mouth and look at the back of their teeth, grab their shoulders, grab their chest, grab their junk. This is what this is with the NFL. You see what I'm saying? That's the same type of mentality that they got in the NFL. But the thing about it is they have modernized what these auctions look like now when it comes to the NFL. These guys are $1 million slaves, like Colin Kaepernick said.
That was based off of the book called $40 Million Slaves, what Colin's talking about. It's a book about that. Yeah.
It is. But people thought that Colin Kaepernick, a lot of these NFL players were really pissed off, upset that he had put it like that. But that's basically what it is, G man. What's your thoughts about that, G?
I'm not surprised that people got to understand they putting $240 million in some of these players for $300 million. Yeah, they know every inch of their. Of course, Ray would say that, but they know all these things because a lot of that is based off. They would use those metrics to then determine how strong. But I don't know about the size of a man's Johnson. I don't know about that, but it doesn't surprise me that he would. I am surprised that they would actually measure it, but I don't know. Maybe some kind of science into it. I don't know. It's just weird. But as I referred to him earlier, he's a plantation owner. I refer to him as Master Jones.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately. But this is the thing. I'm gonna touch that real quick, Will, and I'm gonna drop the mic. And I used to be like, they get a lot of money to play a kid's game, but the caveat to that is they generate that money, and they'll cap the players' salary, but they never cap what the owners can make.
There you go.
So right. if you make it $1 billion off of me, but you cap me at this, but the owners get to make infinite amounts into perpetuity, that's not necessarily fair neither. But yeah, if that is what your industry merits, you getting paid all that money, then that's what it merits. I'm not gonna hate on the athletes for getting all that money because they obviously they generating the money because they're getting paid that money. So if they paying Dak Prescott $240, you got to imagine what Jerry's making on that $240. He definitely turning a profit.
Yes, he is. But not only that though, G man, you can also be traded, you can be bought, you can be sold, you can be cut, you can be waived. Those are those are different terminology that some of the slave masters had at these auctions. You see what I'm saying? Especially when they go and try to get, or when they start, to look at, if they're gonna, go to these auctions to look for what they're looking for, if it's a field hand or if it's a house, whatever the case may be, they use those different terminologies like they use in NFL now. So I have to agree with you 1,000% on that, G man. B Dub, what's your thoughts about it, my guy?
There, I'm right there with G Man, but I get what Will's saying too. Like I go back and forth. I'm on the fence. I just said it like that. I'm on the fence because on the surface, you think about if I'm gonna get $20 million a year to be a slave, then slave me up, sign me up. But like you said, when you look at the components of it, like you really do have control over these people's lives. You know, because you could be sleeping in your bed with your family, having a good time, and wake up to a text message in the morning, and you down in Miami, and you get a text message in the morning saying get on a flight to Washington. You a
Yeah,
Seahawk now.
Right,
You don't play for us no more. You're a Seahawk now. So get your stuff and go. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they put fines on them, restrictions on them. So I go back and forth, but at the end of the day, they are still getting paid copious amounts of money. So I don't feel that bad for them.
right,
But I do see where you can make some legitimate comparisons to slavery in the way the NFL operates, right?
right, right,
So
right,
um now I do agree with Melvin. When I first saw it, I thought Jerry was just like he probably just saying some stuff. Like people say wild stuff sometimes, and obviously Jamie wasn't expecting it because he went live. He was just, but then at the same time too. Now that I think about it, the look on Jamie's face, he probably said something before that was kind of maybe kind of sideways. And Jamie was like, "Hold on, let me turn my camera on real quick and see what else he gonna say." Um, because even when he turned, like if you look at Jamie Foxx's face, even when he first started recording, when he first went live, I don't know, he just had like a weird look on his face. So I don't know. Maybe somebody else said something. Maybe he wasn't expecting Jerry to say that. Maybe somebody else that was there said something crazy, and he was like,
I don't think Jamie would out Jerry knowingly and
no,
intentionally.
I don't think he. No, I don't
They
think he do it.
enjoy that
But
relationship.
what I'm saying, like maybe somebody else, maybe one of the other guys that said something. Maybe he wasn't. Well, clearly he wasn't expecting Jerry to say what he said. That's why he cut the live. Because if that was the case, he would have just let it keep going. But I don't know. I don't know. It just the whole situation just seemed kind of weird to me. But whether he was being facetious or not, that's still kind of some like
And
that's
Will
just
Melvin.
weird stuff to say by
I,
talking
I
about another
disagree,
man.
Will. Our 9 to 5s do
Salary
not have
part.
more control over our lives than the NFL has over its players. No, they
So,
don't.
but you
Your
know what?
job, your 9 to 5, they're gonna wake up and send you halfway across the country overnight.
No, damn sure
And if
not.
you're gonna pay me 240, you can send me to a different city every day.
Right, right. Yep.